No chance on the second time from Hector Cruz. Quick in the middle again this time is Ismail Olama. A bit too much on that one from the 25-year-old captain. No, they've got to serve tough against these teams. Both praying for that victory. The winner of this will go through to that quarterfinal stage. So whoever finishes third here will finish whoever finishes second in Group A. Oh, it's an ace serve. Henry Tapia has dissected the defense of Puerto Rico. His first ace of the games. And there you see Vargas just took that left step in. And that was enough for Cabrera not to move. And he pulled out of it. And a take this time from Puerto Rico. And delivers the goods from Alomar. Alomar with 8 points in this competition. Shows it's not all about power. Early stages here then. Puerto Rico 5-6. To the back line. I expect that man to get a lot of action today. Hector Cruz plays his volleyball in Libya for Al Nassr. And it's got some serious hang time and phenomenal power in that right shoulder of his. Scored 22 points in game day 1, 17 in game 2. Chase down from Rodriguez. Off tempo for Puerto Rico. And that meant opportunity for Dominican Republic and Henry Tapia. In the Central American and Caribbean Games this year, where Puerto Rico are victorious against Dominican Republic in the team lineups, it was Henry Tapia that was awarded the best opposite role. Hernandez with that serve. It's a big block. Well, Cruz has got some of that. Rosario's got some of that. Nice take from Vargas in the end. In the end, it was all Hector Cruz. He got 2 blocks in game 1. That's his first block. Well, early timeout called for Puerto Rico. They find themselves 4 points down here. The 33-year-old Wilfredo Hernandez. 2 meters too tall. Chase down here for Kevin Rodriguez. There's the challenge when you're just trying to take the pressure off the ball, not hit it hard, just get it in. Jamal Ellis, the 9-year-old, just undercooks it. You can see what he's trying to do. The defense was set back deep. Just trying to catch him off guard. Puerto Rico come in off the block of the hands. Well, it's time for Arredondo to deal with. Has to push it over on the second touch. Gets the block there to recycle. Puerto Rico come again from the back line. And there's a net violation against Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico, we're going to win the point anyway with the wipe off from Jamal Ellis. Another great serve. Well, somehow, Dominican Republic managed to turn adversity in their friend. That one-handed pickup. Unfortunately, Rodriguez just outstretched at 198. Had to take something to beat him on the reach. Oh, yes, with the pass. The captain with the put away. Pellegrin Vargas, the 25-year-old captain. Won the gold medal of the Copa del Rey in Spain this year, and he was the best outside hitter in that competition. Now leading his team, hopefully to a third place spot, but they've got to beat the Dominican Republic. No touch given. Trying to appeal that they came off the small blocker. I call him small blocker. He's got a good jump on him, Kevin Rodriguez, but Hector Cruz was hitting over the top of him. And error on the serve from the back line for Puerto Rico. Arredondo with the serve, the 26-year-old setup. Lovely swing cross court. Well, it's going as you'd expect. Big power swings. Teams trying to work each other out. Setters, when that ball's coming in, making that right choice. Just testing out how each team is playing defensively. Straight over it comes on the receive from Rodriguez. Good work from the middle blocker, Rodriguez. Tapia's forced back. Another great swing. Quick clean in the hands before Vargas gets the swing. Brilliant defense, but this time into the chest of Rodriguez, the setter. Well, you see hitters will target the 5 position with the middle blockers there. But Jonathan Rodriguez at 198, some phenomenal pickups. Oh, and they follow with an ace serve. Hector Cruz, second ace serve of the competition. Second time out for Puerto Rico. Get to a set. Chance to slow it down a little bit. Work on the game plan. The tall player in the blue jacket there is Moses Ortiz. Look out if he does get to come on. He scored 4 points in the first game, 3 in the second. The crowd do love him. He always gets a big cheer. Well, the timeout did its job. put the setter off a little bit. And the server fires that ball into the net. Any plans they had of their distribution can now change. Now it's the error time for Dominican Republic. Kevin Rodriguez plays his volleyball at Savo Volley in Finland for the last couple of years. He's part of the team that played in the Pan America Cup this year. Drops this one short onto Cruz. And Wilfredo Hernandez just comes up with a ripper down the line. In between the block and the pin. What a swing. That sound of the ball hits the floor, pops out. Opposite against opposite there. Tapia with a big swing, pulled back in. Chance for the Dominican Republic. They go to Tapia again, and he splits it between Ellis and Rodriguez. The tall stature of 198. The captain, the opposite, the point scorer. Sees that ball just go off the hands of Arredondo in the block. Goes flat out wide, off the hands, just out of play from Ellis. You see Ellis just apologising, knows that block position, and the press wasn't quite where it needed to be. There, just tilting his hands back into court, losing any that direction back into the court position for the ball. 17-14. Oh, chased into the padding from Mises. It was a big swing. All the advertising boardings is full padded. We've seen quite a few players running into them, chasing these balls down. No such thing as lost cause in volleyball. Well, hang time for Dominican Republic. Rosario. Now a chance for Puerto Rico from the back line. Ellis gets it through the blocking hands. They're back within a point. Well, they may have been forced to call both their timeouts earlier on. But they're fighting. They have now actually forced a timeout for Dominican Republic. It's 1 point in it. Back they come from their timeout, called by Dominican Republic, leading by a point, but it's only a point now. Puerto Rico showing some good fighting spirit. Let's bring that ball back into play. Rodriguez out wide to Hoyes. And Hoyes just gets inside of the Dominican Republic setter. Arredondo just a little bit away from the net. He's chasing that ball back into court. Arredondo just pops that ball up to the back line. Hector Cruz with a nice swing. Hoyes has got to watch this come over his shoulder. Oh, and it rolls, hits the tape, bounces over the block and drops short of Enger Mizes. Well, when the ball's going your way, you get shots like that. We saw Ellis earlier on just trying to take that off-tempo ball and causing a fault on the net. This one working perfectly for him. Well, as soon as Puerto Rico get a taste of the lead, Dominican Republic comes straight back, this time with Arredondo, his first point of the competition, with the second ball over. Hoyes has to work hard into the block. A valiant chase down by Puerto Rico, but the power of Henry Tapia too strong. Rodriguez with a flatter set into the middle to his namesake, Jonathan Rodriguez. And it is Puerto Rico with Ellis commit with a block. Bounce the ball back in off Hector Cruz. Cruz can get away from it. Oh yes, with the serve. Well, that's another point going the way of Puerto Rico. Great chase down. Cabrera in the red shirt. Reads the game so well as a libero. Second time out for the Dominican Republic. Well, they called the timeout at 16-17. And they were leading by one. They call the second timeout now, trailing by one, 20-19. Omar Hoyes, the 21-year-old. $19 points in the competition up to today. He's got 3 already in this final pool game. Does the work defensively. Ellis with that roll shot cross court. Hoyes again in the right place at the right time. Now the captain into the block and out of play. Puerto Rico lead by 2. Important timeout for Dominican Republic. Nice rangefinder for Arredondo and Rafael Burgos. Down the line goes Pellegrin Vargas. Setters finding their range well, getting the attackers in the right place. Quick ball in. There's a chase down for Puerto Rico, but there is a net touch. Rodriguez, the young setter, very animated in his actions. He was yesterday in the game against Chile that they were losing. Plays the game with his heart in his sleeve. Lovely fake from the captain. Vargas just seeing the block, hold its position, just see how far back Arredondo was. Great volleyball brain. Two points to lead, 2 required then for Puerto Rico here in the first set, after being down by 4. Good chase by Cabrera. Quick reactions off the deflection, and it comes outside the antenna. Quick check to make sure all are okay with the reactions. There's Rodriguez who goes flying out into the coaching staff and the benches. 22-23. High ball pumped out wide. Hernandez into the block, it goes. And from being 4 down, Puerto Rico have the first set points in this game. That was very patient from Ismael Alamar. Taking on the defense well, turn defense into attack. From the back line, this ball's going to sail out of play. Big power from Hector Cruz. Cabrera just gets his body in position. There's very little he can do about that one. 1 set point saved. Second set point now for Puerto Rico. Great pullback from Mises. It's a free ball though for Puerto Rico. From the back line, it is the captain that delivers. Puerto Rico have turned that first set around. They called both timeouts early, they were down. (14-10) they were down. Then it got it back to 13-16. And finally, after the Dominican Republic timeout, got it leveled 17 all. After that, they didn't look back. They just started to pull themselves ahead. And then Pellegrin Vargas with a lovely swing from the back line. Well, Puerto Rico outscoring on attacks in the first set. There's the set scores 25. Well, it wasn't 25-25, it was 25-23. 5 blocks in total in the game, 3 ace serves. 31 points scored through attacks. 18 points to Puerto Rico, 13 to the Dominican Republic. Now there's a nice spread for Dominican Republic. on their top two. Tapia and Cruz with 8 and 7. But then Vargas, Ellis, Hoyas, Rodriguez, Alomar, and the other Rodriguez have all scored. That's fascinating to see all 6 players on court have contributed points to the game. Vargas on 5, Ellis on 5, Hoyas on 3. Rodriguez in the middle with 3 attacks early on. Alomar, those attacks and blocks. There we see some of the stats from the first game and the first set in this evening session on day 30 of the Pan American Games 2023 here in Santiago. And we do hope you enjoy the coverage. 2 great games coming your way in this session. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and then it'll be top of the table clash. Argentina against the host Chile. There was the final point from Peregrine Vargas. Brilliant chase down from the Dominican Republic libero. First point goes away, Dominican Republic. Big breath from Hector Cruz before he serves that ball. Rodriguez to Rodriguez in the middle. Here we see the hands rising. All 3 of them there. Great serve. Could be a free ball coming in. Rodriguez has got the options available. He goes to Ellis and he goes off the hands. We see the frustration from Hernandez. Redondo goes back down to Hernandez, who makes up for that block with a lovely line swing. So cool and calm as you like. Hernandez, the way he plays. Swings to the left-hand side. Four, 3 here. Well, they're trading point for point at the start of this second set. Ellis moving up the scoring rankings. Top point scorer for Puerto Rico. He's on 6 points already. Had a great game yesterday with 18 points scored from it. He's looking to achieve something similar. Tight at the net. Tries to force it away from the block. Look at Arendondo's face. He walks away, shrugging away. Scrunches his face up. Nope, no touch there. That was out. 6-4. Big swing cross court. Gets the touches as well. Hernandez. Rodriguez out wide. Mojoyas, the 21-year-old. Off the tape. Great pickup on the pancake. Ellis has to work on this one now. And he couldn't force it into the block. Hoyas just calling the team into the centre. Timeout called. Again, it's another 4-point deficit. 9-5 here at the start of the second set. Similar to what we saw in the first set. Will we see the same thing happen? Will we see Puerto Rico just claw away at this point? Or will Dominican Republic continue to pull away? Let's find out very shortly. Let's have a listen to the coaches. Well, the big block comes in, one-on-one. Arredondo walks away. That's all of the shorter setters do. One arm in the raise in the air. (10-5). It's the block. It's a double block this time for Dominican Republic. Arredondo one side, Cruz and Rosario the other. Oh, this one, Rosario's making his way there, but it's all Cruz. Gap's now 6, the biggest gap it's been. Rodriguez on the 3 meter line. He's got to work something here. He puts it tight on the net. Ellis using the hands. Points needed for Puerto Rico. Oh, that's a big swing. Just off the arms. Alaba just showing that second arm what he should have done on the first swing. Reflected off the block. Hector Cruz comes in, off tempo, takes the setter out. Cabrera puts up a nice dig, and it goes off the block. Hector Cruz still having a look around where that ball's gone. He didn't see it land. Big swing down the centre. Burgos can't put it away. Hector Cruz tries to put it away, but he goes into the arms of Jonathan Rodriguez. Still 5 points. Dominican Republic not allowing Puerto Rico back into this second set. Well, the captain's done really well to get that ball into the hands of Tapia before it went onto the antenna. 9-13. Well, Tapia has just hit that ball hard. Saying you force the error for me. I'll show you what I can do. Full stretch from Ellis. Kevin Lopez on. Oh, error from Ellis. He's prone to a couple of those in the game. That's lovely work from Puerto Rico. Lovely ball in from the captain. And the two Rodriguez's combining. Impressive competition for the 26-year-old Jonathan Rodriguez. Overpassed and put away by the captain. Or is it? Well, there is no challenge option available. Yeah. It's worth a try. He's caught the ball, the floor first, then caught the ankle. It would have been an amazing save. But you wouldn't see the ball bounce back the way if it come off his foot directly without the floor contact. But even just appealing it does make everybody think a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, it's an ace serve. It's gone over the head of Vargas. He pulled his hands away thinking that was drifting long, and it just died a death. Landed right in the corner. That's as good a placement as you'll find on a float serve. Going to the angle. A wry smile from Rafael Burgos. It's a great set. One-on-one, Fernandez. The cross-court shot opens up. Fernandez for the pass. Goes to the back line to Cruz. That's a beautiful swing. The hang time that Hector Cruz, the 26-year-old, gets. He comes in on this pipe attack. Just seems to wait and go, which way should I go? Left or right? Let's go this way this time. He's on 11 points now. Ellis, the opposite for Puerto Rico, top point scorer in the game on 11. Now he's closely challenged by Vargas. He's getting up to 7 points now. Well, the ace comes in, and that's enough just to start making the Dominican Republic think here. Well, they make them think enough because they force a timeout. 14-18, but Puerto Rico get to go back. Can the comeback continue for Puerto Rico? It's a great serve. Well, two of them better than one, they say. Going back to challenge that ball back in from the advertising boardings. Can they turn it around here? No, it's taken well by Lopez. But there is a delay here. Is this going to go to a let? Well, the referee has called a let. It seems that Ellis has taken a knock mid-rally. Making sure he's okay. Whether he's clashed with his blocker to the side of him, which can happen. Let's talk about Middles having sharp elbows. Whether Alomara's caught him across as they've moved across to the blocks. A great chase down from Dominican Republic. That's possibly one of the greatest let points we've ever had. Played again then. Well, this isn't a let this time. It's a double contact called on the set of Angamizes. And you know what? Puerto Rico are making Dominican Republic make mistakes. And Dominican Republic are getting a little bit tighter in the way they play, not swinging this freely. And there you see a great serve. Chased down again. But it's not just about the errors, it's because the pressure's been put on them by Puerto Rico. Just a brilliant serve from Pellegrin Vargas. To be fair, Hernandez has done well to get anything on that ball, let alone bring it back into play. On the space of 2 points. It is another timeout for Dominican Republic. They still lead, but only by 2 now. Well, it's a great run from the captain, Vargas. 12-18 down, 6 points they were. Cabrera takes it well. Into the corner, pulled back in from Dominican Republic. They finally break down the Puerto Rican defense. Gets the wipe off the block from Hernandez. Well, they'll be puffing their cheeks out there, having to work extra hard here. (19-16). Fancy shoes of Wilfredo Hernandez. He drops that serve short on Cabrera. Lopez, who's come on for Huyes, just to shore things up on the back line. Gets a couple of runs, front court. Gets through the gap of the block. That's what all outside hitters are looking for. That seam, because they know the defense isn't set there. 17-19. Garcia coming on to serve. Dropping it short on the setter. Oh, great effort from Puerto Rico. Smart thinking, though. Garcia was sat back, waiting for that big swing. That's like almost back-to-back pancakes. Luther Rosario, 20-year-old, part of the under-23 Pan American Cup team, where they took a silver medal. Another point goes the way for the Dominican Republic, now leading by 4. Timeout for Puerto Rico. So the run of the serves from Vargas that got them back within 2. Now, the gap is back to 4 points, 21-17. With 4 required, is that gap big enough? Just let Dominican Republic breathe a little bit. Big block. Well, it's his second of the game. He's doubled his block tally for the competition. And doesn't he like it? Well, positional error called on the serving team. They've switched too early. It's not often you see that, but the referee's obviously noticed it. They are supposed to stay in their position, not the other side. So the four players come around a little bit too soon. Net touch against Puerto Rico. It's interesting referees calling that on a serving side. You see it very often with the setter potentially at position one, penetrating. They say it's stealing advantage. If you play by letter rule, then they have to do that. 23-18. Lopez taking that ball out wide to his left-hand side. It's forced to go out to Ellis. And it was just an easy positional block. Well, I say easy. Dominican Republic made it look easy. They got their hands there. It was Hector Cruz again. That's the fourth block of the game for Hector Cruz. Set point for Dominican Republic. Cruz is going to watch that ball come over his shoulder, rolls it down the line, and takes the set with an audacious swing. Well, you've got to keep it in and force the error is what you say. When you can't kill it, make the opponent make the error. And that's what Hector Cruz just did then. Play that down the line. Dominican Republic take the second set. And they take it with ease in the end, 25-18. This game is all square now, one set apiece. Puerto Rico had that brief cameo under the serve of Vargas. Well, Cruz is cruising the stats at the moment. 13 points, 8 attacks, 4 blocks, 1 ace serve. Ellis for Puerto Rico is the top point scorer for them with 11 kills. The captain from Dominican Republic, he's on 11 as well with 9 attacks, 1 block, 1 serve. There we see the stats from this set. 4-2 on the blocks. There's also a high error count for Puerto Rico. 9-3 on the error count. And that's the unforced errors given away. Which makes life a little bit easier for Dominican Republic if they're going to create that many errors. In fact, it's been pretty good from the Dominican Republic. Just 7 errors in the game to 14 for Puerto Rico. We'll be back with set number 3 very shortly. Get your drinks topped up. Get yourself settled down. This game could go all the way. Well, we're all set to go here in Santiago, Chile for set number 3. Let's check on the lineups for you then for Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Oh, no changes coming in for either team. As it finished then for Puerto Rico, Lopez still in for Omar Hoyas. This is just a little bit more experience for Kevin Lopez wearing the number 19. No changes for the Dominican Republic. And the first point goes away. Oh, it goes away, Dominican Republic. Rama Rodriguez went under the net in the end, but the ball wasn't dead. It was just waiting to see which way the referee was going to go. Oh, what should have been a good starting point for Puerto Rico. Vargas looking. Well, a touch has been given. Burgos gave it the big run off court. Celebrate, going no touch. Well, two interesting decisions. And because we don't have the challenge option, neither of the coaches can call for a challenge on that. Well, it's all been errors at the minute. A net fault error. A touch error, and then a net fault error. Oh, it's an ace serve. That's smart. Cruz has gone with a full swing. If you get to see us from back, watch his action and how late he disguises this off-tempo topspin serve. That's about 60%. Nice blocking. Well, Burgos to make sure if he did touch the last one, he made this one count for sure. His second block of the game. Another one dropping short. This time Lopez gets his hand underneath it. Ellis goes short. And Burgos, well, he's skipping around the place. He has made two huge blocks. Not the biggest attacks, but he's getting the right place. He's thrown that ball back down to Puerto Rico. And they have come out to a huge start that's forced a timeout straight away for Puerto Rico. Dominican Republic here, 5-1. Well, as starts go to a set, it's a pretty dream start. Yeah, had a few errors to start with, but big blocks from Burgos. Most importantly, it's 5-1 lead for the Dominican Republic. Great response from Puerto Rico. Pellegrin and Vargas. He moves to 11 points. Lovely angle from Hernandez. Picked up nicely from Vargas. He gets a chance to get another point. Patted back in from the back line. That's a beautiful swing. Great set from Arredondo to know exactly where Cruz was, but knew he had his backcourt options should he need it. And it was just wide enough. They just made the block drift out towards the 5 position. And that just opened up the gap in the little seam. Tip in the middle. Hustled from Dominican Republic. Here comes the big attack. Off the block. Chance here for the men in red with a little tip. Setters out. Cabrero with a reverse. Nice set. Lopez. Oh, good skills. How do they keep it alive? Well, unfortunately, Tapia can't quite keep it alive. Just as Puerto Rico are about to celebrate, out came the foot. A little bit of confusion there. Hernandez. You never know, Tapia might have saying to Hernandez. That was a little bit too wide there, buddy. Can you bring it in a bit? I can't attack from there. Overpass. Jonathan Rodriguez. Apologies. Alomar drops away and lets Ellis take that swing. And it's a big swing on the serve. Pellegrin Vargas looking to see whether he can get his team back in from the service line. He knows if he serves tough, he can cause problems. Another big swing, overpassed. Flat to Hernandez through the block. But it's a little bit too wide. Hernandez has caught the antenna on the way through. Cabrera knows that. Couldn't quite take the power out of it. Here you see how wide the set was. He's trying to come in between the antenna and the block. Just running out of inches on that left-hand side. 5-7. Chance to close it to a 1-point gap. And the block goes out of play. So that great start that they had has been erased. And it's now just a point game. Push tip in the middle. Big block again. That's the third kill block in this set for the Dominican Republic. DJ's got songs for all the plays. Quick in the middle. That's a lovely swing. Rodriguez at 198. He spikes around 345, but he hits it well. That one was really tucked up. Didn't get his hand all the way over there. Didn't need to. Gets that open net away from the middle blocker. He's going to cause you damage. Oh, it's an ace serve from Ellis. It looked like that was sailing long. A wry smile from the 19-year-old opposite. He moves to 14 points, 13 attacks, 1 ace serve. He scored 18 yesterday. He'll be targeting a few more points in this game, that's for sure. Got out wide to Hector Cruz. Off the block. Well, another error. Block pressing too much. Puerto Rico now lead 9-8. Now 10-8. Put that into context, they were down 6-2. And they've got a run here. Of the last 10 points. 8-2 is the score in the last 10 points. Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic coming off of the timeout. Well, questions to be asked now from Dominican Republic point of view. Started off so strong. In the last 10 points, they've only scored 2. And it's not just about them. Well, the crowd building here. It's a sellout fixture in both the men's and women's competition. And Chile are playing later on, undefeated in the competition so far. Lovely swing. Hernandez just seems so laid back. Lopez back to serve. Puerto Rico leading 11-9. It's been a brilliant turnaround from being 6-2 down. Oh, it's come under in the block. Tapia, little tappy long dance underneath the net as well. Just keep himself on the side. Arredondo read it well. Oh, a lovely tip. Picked up from Cabrera. Vargas wasn't going delicately on the second time of asking. Hard cross court. Gets the flick up, but goes underneath the net. Hector Cruz just outstretched that left arm. (12-10). Arredondo stretches that back arched. Gets the set out wide to Hector Cruz, but he fires it long cross court. Well, this set is a game of 2 halves. Dominican Republic almost peaked as an overpass. Picked up from Rodriguez, the setter. He gets a free point to his name. He's on 4 points. He averages around 4 or 5 points a game when he plays. He's at that now. And it's his second time out here as Puerto Rico lead by 4 points here in the third set. This game is tied at 1 set all. Well, the crowd getting excited here in Santiago, Chile, as the Dominican Republic players make their way back behind the advertising boardings. Moses Ortiz waving to the crowd and get them going. They do love him, the young 19-year-old middle blocker. We might see him on court at some point in this game. Back with the action, 14-10. Tapia has to go cross court. Lovely position from Rodriguez, the middle defender. And then an error coming in from the Dominican Republic. There's a battling spirit around Puerto Rico right now. Still reveling from that bronze medal in the Central American and Caribbean Games. No, they've suffered defeat twice to Dominican Republic this year. Don't want that again. Plus, they want to be in with a shout to take on a second place team in Group A, because that will put them in a shot for the semi-final spot. Oh, it's not an ace serve. Cruz went running in, pointing down. It's wide. (16-11). Score on the screen is incorrect at the moment. We'll get that updated. 16-11 to Puerto Rico. Cool casual swing out wide from Hernandez. Then it goes to the big powerhouse of Hector Cruz. 12-16. Lopez with that ball in to Rodriguez into the middle. Alamar. He gets his eye range in. (13-16) now. Just reminds you that score in the bottom corner is incorrect. It's 13-16. Dominican Republic. Now 17-13. Four-point the lead. 14-17. Vargas into the net. And it's the captain, Tapia, with a big swing. He goes into the net. 18-14. Tapia into the block. Recycled for Dominican Republic. Hernandez down the line. No touch given. 19-14. 19 points for Puerto Rico. 14 points for the Dominican Republic. After being down 4 at 6-2, they have flipped this set on its head. Great pickup Snap of the hips. And the swing takes them to 20-14. Lovely work. The set here from Rodriguez. Has to force his hips, chest under the ball to get the trajectory back on the reverse. Lovely work. 20-14. Garcia coming in on the serve. He's fired that serve long. 15-20. Just remind that score in the bottom corner of your screen is incorrect at the moment. It is Dominican Republic 15, Puerto Rico 20. Title net. Oh, that's a lovely set. Is he going to get called for it? He is. Playing the ball over the net. Well, there was a net touch as well. 16-20. Better ball in. Rodriguez goes to the back line to Vargas. Arredondo. Well, Lopez looking for the calming words now for Puerto Rico. Back within 3. Puerto Rico call for their second timeout. They've let the door open a little bit for Dominican Republic. Well, the announcers playing them against each other. Who's here for who? Well, coming back from the timeout. There's a lot here for both of these two nations, but more so for Argentina and especially Chile in the second game of this session. 17-20. 21, great timeout. There you see the scores updated on the screen now. We're up to date. Overpass. Arredondo being called for over the net. Which is interesting, he's been called that because he's actually a front court setter. That's why they can't work it out, why he's called that decision. Jose Gutierrez can't understand it. There's a blocker playing the ball with him. That doesn't make sense. Rodriguez out wide to Lopez. Lopez fires into the corner. 2 required for Puerto Rico. Dominican Republic thought they were going to have it all their own way. They have been grossly underestimating the power of Puerto Rico. 23-18. Good swing from Cruz, but taken well. Free swing. Oh, Arredondo. He is, well, he's caught the line. Or the referee is saying he has. Antonetti, not so sure. Here we see the swing. Oh, Can't see from there. Well, the reaction says it all. 1923. On to it goes. Rodriguez gets another point on the board. One for the Setters Club. Set point 24-19. He's enjoying himself today. Kevin Rodriguez. When this competition finishes, he'll be heading back up to Finland to play for Savoy Volley. Always in for Rodriguez. Big block. Swing down the line. Gets a touch. And 25-19. Puerto Rico now lead the game here, 2-1. A change of ends. Can it be a change of fortune for Dominican Republic? They came out the blocks firing 6-2 up. But then Puerto Rico just put themselves into third gear and just cruised through, taking that one 25-19. You see the stats, 13-7. 4 blocks though, Dominican Republic. 3 of them coming the way. Of Rafael Burgos from Dominican Republic right at the very start. We'll show you some of the winning points of that set as we get ready for set number 4. There's the man in question. Moses Ortiz. Enjoy the music. Loving get the crowd involved. Moses Ortiz played yesterday against Argentina. He missed a serve. And it was the biggest cheer as he walked off that you've ever seen. Great swing. Swing down the line. Oh, Ellis moves to 18 points. Matching his best so far. Great serve. Well, Hernandez doing what he can to stop Mises going underneath the net. Grabbing hold of that leg. That was Rodriguez, cut across the ball, taking the power out of it. Shaping his hand around the right-hand side of the ball, cutting it across. Lovely swing in the middle. Puerto Rico serving into the net, leveling the game for Dominican Republic, 3-all. Not quite the same start for Dominican Republic. As the previous set. Off the block and out of play. Ishmael Alamar, the 27-year-old, plays for Ontario Matadors in USA. Has been there since 2021 with a serve. Big swing from the captain, off the block and out of play. Well, team's just trading point for point right now. Hernandez coming in with a big serve, but clips the tape, drops down. Cruz, big off the block. Ellis, off tempo, cut shot. Cruz again, that goes down the line. Oh, Ellis can't get his hands to it, he was there. Oh, this battle between the two opposites on the point scoring. Cruz, 18 points. Big hand. Great position from Hernandez. Cruz way behind the 3-meter line on the swing. Big block. Cabrera under it. Lopez with the swing. It's good. He turns the crowd. Gets the crowd behind him. Oof. Well, they have to go with what the referee is saying. And neither touch or out. It's going the way for Dominican Republic. He's not going to change his mind. He's made his decision. Six apiece. Well, a great response from Tapia, dropping that ball short on Ellis. Oh, that's a big block, but it's not enough flat on the press. It does sail out of play. Puerto Rico get back to 7-7. Again, the block there, but coming off. Puerto Rico give the point away. They've got to work hard now to bring it back in. 8-7, Cruz back to serve. Round performance from Cruz. 2 aces, 4 blocks, and 12 kills. Lovely set from Rodriguez. Off the hands from Hernandez. Chance here. That's a big block this time. Comes down. Oh, it comes inside the 3-man block. Rafael Burgos just gets caught coming across. Eight apiece. Proper side-out volleyball this. Rodriguez back to serve. On to Cruz. Hernandez, the most laid-back man in the whole of Chile right now. Just comes in, does his thing, and goes. Good call from Cruz, getting the blocker out of the way. Tapia down the line, but no touch on the block. Well, the chances are coming and going for the Dominican Republic to pull away. And they keep giving them back to Puerto Rico. Now the lead switches hands. It's Dominican Republic who are going to have to chase this game. The winner of this will finish third in the pool. He's not as big a unit as Tapia. He doesn't need to be. He's got the arm speed and the timing. Well, that worked to get themselves back in and throw it away again. Here in the fourth set, 11-all. Big cross-court swing. Oh, Rodriguez knew he'd left the gap open in the block. You see, Rodriguez is jumping and moving at the same time. Loses the height, loses the position. Gets a hand slap from his bench as he goes back onto court. Tight for Rodriguez, nicely taken. Lopez just almost had a pause mid-air. Went, oh, blocks cross court. Okay, I'll take it down the line, thank you. Wait, and then that line shot just opens up. Jamal Ellis having one of his best games for Puerto Rico. Well, the referee allowing that. There may be something said after this point. It's a big block coming through. Tapia drops it short on Cabrera. Lopez. Well, they're two-handed. Well, it's not quite basketball slam dunk, but it's not far off. Here we see the finish. Almost a swat. Out wide to Cruz. Gets the touch. Well defended from the captain. The error coming in from Puerto Rico, but lovely reading of the game from Pellegrin Vargas deep on backcourt. Just he thought Ellis thought he'd missed it. His captain came up behind him. Put his hand in his mouth as soon as he realised what he said. 13-13 here, halfway through this fourth set. Puerto Rico in white leading. Ooh, well left. Leading 14-13 and leading by 2-1. They know what's up for grabs at the end of this game if they take it. They go through to the quarterfinals. Then there's a chance in knockout stages to get through to the semi-finals. And then there's always a chance to get into the finals. Big block. Jonathan Rodriguez. Only his second block of the game. Hernandez had nowhere to go on that one. Timeout called for the Dominican Republic. It's 15-13 to Puerto Rico. 10 more points and they are through. That's the third place team in the competition. Back with the action after the timeout. Looking for a response here from the team in red. Little touch. Well made from Ellis. Lopez off the block. Tapia. Well, he didn't tap that at all. He gave that the full swing. Cabrera in the right place at the right time again. So hard to absorb that power. In reaction time at 7 meters away. Such a split second. And then just to take all the power away from your arms. Right, let's move on to 19 points now. Level with Hector Cruz. Tapia on 18, Vargas on 14. The rest all under 10. Well, the battle between Cruz and Ellis is going to continue until the very final point. You can tell that. Cruz finds the gap in the block. The 29-year-old Kevin Joel Rodriguez. Out wide, Hernandez in the block. Good pull back from Cruz. Tapia down the line. Oh, Cabrera just snaps his hands out at it. Pulls them back. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, he says. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Little run into the middle. Ishmael Alomar. Sixth point for Alomar. Fourth attack. 2 blocks to his name as well. Big swing cross court. Net violation though. Alomar puts his hand up saying, yeah, you got me. Error coming in. And we see 10 error serves apiece in this game. That's not just the set, that's the whole game. 19-17, Puerto Rico leading Dominican Republic. The back end of the fourth set. A set that if Puerto Rico win it, they go through to the quarterfinals. Garcia on to serve. 5 points away from a spot. Pan Am Games history for Puerto Rico. Their best place finish in 2015 was 4th. Big block from Dominican Republic. From the back line, it was short, but it's perfectly placed. It was a tight one from Arendendo on the set. We know Cruz is good. He certainly made his outside hitter work on that pipe attack. Really well adapted. Cruz swing, touch of the net as well. The point goes the way of Hector Cruz. It's back to a point game. Hernandez back serving. Hernandez, slightly quieter game for him. Just the 9 points to his name. Causing problems from the service line. Lopez gets the touch off the block, rolls it down the line. Ricocheting through the hands. Cruz hard at the block. Cabrera gets the reaction. Lopez. There's aggression on the net from Dominican Republic. And now they've got a bit of a cushion here. They know they just need 3 side outs. The cushion's on their side. Timeout called. Now's a chance for a response from Dominican Republic. It's been now or never. 22-19, they're running out of side outs. Tapia off the block. Cabrera reads it. Ellis with a swing down the line. Well, that's a great swing from a young 19-year-old who's had a great game. Moves him to 20 points and moves his team, more importantly, to just 2 points away from a chance of the quarter-finals. Off the block, pull back in. Lopez, oh, that's beautiful. Well, 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 Puerto Rico. They are now serving for a place in the quarterfinals. 24-19. Ellis with the swing on the serve. One match point saved. (20-24). One side out required. To the middle it goes to Rodriguez. And Puerto Rico get their first victory. But it's a victory that gets them to the quarterfinals here at the Pan American Games 2023. Well, it's commiserations to Dominican Republic. They finished 4th in the pool. Moses Ortiz the first from the Dominican Republic to shake hands. But a great performance from Puerto Rico. 25-20 in the fourth set. Well, the boys in blue, white and red from Puerto Rico are still in with a medal shot. They're going to take on the second place team in Pool A for a space in the semi-final. But the rule is you've got to be in it to win it, and they most certainly are after a 3-1 victory here against the Dominican Republic. Ellis, the young opposite, with 20 points, 1 ace, 19 attacks. Vargas finished on 14. Rodriguez, the middle attacker with the winning point, finished on 11. His best game of the competition, doubled his points that he scored all competition. Commiserations to Dominican Republic. Hector Cruz, the outside, scoring 22 points, the top point scorer in the game. 60 attacks, 4 blocks, and 2 ace serves. Tapia, the captain, who's come in after the first game out. Gets 20 points, 17 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace serve. Well, there you see the final stats for the third set. The only one is one at the top that counts, the 25 points for Puerto Rico. But too many errors in the game from the Dominican Republic. They let Puerto Rico in, and when the door was open, Puerto Rico took it. That third set, 6-2 up, and then Puerto Rico turned the third set around. So the final set scores were 25-23, 25-18, 25-19, 25-20. There's the winning point. The two Rodriguez's together, the set and the attack. A lot of respect between the two teams. Some decisions might have gone either of their ways. But it is congratulations. Here's the whole stats. 3-1 Puerto Rico, 59 on the attack, 6 blocks and 4 ace serves. But they're through to the quarterfinals. They finished third in the pool, and Dominican Republic finish fourth. Well, that's it for this game. But in this session, we have more action coming your way. So come and join us as the top two go head-to-head. Who will go directly into the semi-final? It's Argentina against the host, Chile. Until then, from me, Mark Perkins, and the rest of the team here at the Pan American Games, we'll see you very soon.